Suzina runs a fitness class for older people. Her customer age ranges up to the 90s. Some no longer class themselves as spring chickens, but they certainly act like they are. Joining me in the studio are Suzina and Freda from Welwyn Garden City. Now, Freda enjoys Suzina's classes. I'll be hearing about her fitness regime, one that appears to have made an enormous difference to some of the people who go there. And I'll also be asking you, and I want to hear from you this morning, has exercise improved the quality of your life? If you want to tell me a story, whether it be for you personally or somebody that you know, 08459 455 555. Suzina and Freda, good morning to you. Thank you so much for coming in.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It is a rather miserable morning, but you have just burst into my studio like two rays of sunshine. So, Freda, can I be so rude as to ask what kind of age group you're in?
Oh, I'm 73 in a few days.
Still a spring chicken. And you go to the fitness class that Suzina runs? I
do.
How long have you been running these classes, Suzina?
Must be about 5 years now, maybe a bit longer.
And why did you want to get involved with people? Is there a minimum age?
There's no minimum age. It's based on ability, although the classes are aimed at the older adult being seated exercise. Having said that, there's a few younger people who have disabilities, and so the exercises suit them as well.
But generally it's people 60 plus?
Yeah, pretty much.
And what kinds of things do you do in your class? Because obviously, as you get older, sadly, and it happens to everybody, eventually, if you're lucky enough to live that long, you become less and less able with age. So presumably you don't do anything that's too strenuous.
Now, the exercises are all seated, although there's sections where people can stand if they choose to, but they certainly don't have to. So the classes are aimed at people that can no longer do standing exercise, so aerobics is out of the question, or they can't get on the floor and up very easily, so they don't need to do that. So they can stay in the chair, and all of the exercises are to help everyday activities. So we loosen the joints, we lengthen the muscles and make them more flexible. We do strength work, but all associated with doing things like reaching up to a high shelf to be able to get something, get your coat on more easily, carry heavy shopping bags. So it's practical training.
But if I'm lucky enough to live to my 70s or perhaps even longer, I intend to just sit on my backside all day in a nice comfortable chair watching television. I don't intend to be being fit and active. Surely that's one of the perks of growing to a ripe old age, isn't it, that you don't have to do exercise?
Well, I'm sure you've heard the saying, if you don't use it, you lose it, and that's definitely one of the things. And a lot of the things or illnesses and disabilities people associate with old age are because they've not been using their body enough. So it's a preventative measure as well.
And so most people that come, they want to kind of, are they mentally trying to say to themselves, I want to stay fit, young and active for as long as possible?
Some are coming for that reason. Some are coming purely for the social side, and that's fine if that's what they want to come for. They are very sociable classes, and we stop for a cuppa afterwards as well. So it doesn't have to be for the exercise. It can just be to come and make some new friends as well.
Freda, how long have you been going?
I've been going for about 18 months to 2 years. I have a good friend, Lillian, and we used to swim every week. And then she developed mobility problems. And she found Suzina's class. How she found it, I don't know. But she found it advertised, and I decided that I could take her. When she first started, we had to have the Zimmer frame from her front door to my car, and again from the car into the hall. And then she would sit down and do the exercises. Gradually, she got rid of the Zimmer frame and she went onto one of these triangular walkers. Now, she walks around. She walks. She's a little bit sort of reticent about it, but she does walk, and she's one of the ones that stands behind the chairs for exercise. We have one man, mostly ladies, but we have one man. So there's Lillian, Trevor and me that stand behind the classes and the chairs. And Suzina makes us march round. So at one time, Lillian is chasing Trevor and he's chasing me. And then we turn round and I chase Trevor and he chases Lillian. Mind you, Jonathan, if I caught Trevor, I've been a widow for such a long time that I don't think I'd know what to do with him.
I'm getting a general idea of the kind of spirit in this class. They all have quite a hoot, but it also improves enormously the quality of everybody's life who goes to that class. But before that, I have two live wires in the studio with me, Suzina and Freda. Now, Suzina runs fitness classes, generally for people 60 plus, although there is no official age limit. Freda is 73 and she's been going to one of Suzina's classes for about 18 months. And would you say, Freda, in the last 18 months, you feel the benefits of doing this exercise?
Yes, I think I do. I've got a dicky knee. I was widowed quite a while ago, and I was 55, and I thought to myself, if I'm going to have to be a widow, I'm going to be a merry widow. And I took up every dancing class that I could think of. I went to line dancing, and I was always the one that was turning the wrong way. I went to English country dancing. I went to belly dancing.
Did you?
And yes, I did. But that's only ladies. Belly dancing has got such a racy image, but it's only ladies being silly. So I went to that, and then when that came to a halt, I went to Spanish dancing, flamenco, but the stamping was bad for my knee. So I had to give it up. But one of my mates said to me that I've done all the dancing possible. All that left for me is pole dancing and lap dancing.
Right.
So there we are.
And do either of those interest you?
Well, perhaps with the chair-based, I'm practising for lap dancing.
Perhaps Trevor could be your first victim.
Perhaps he could. Yes. So I do that, but I also swim quite a bit. And I'm chair of the Platypus Swimming Club. Right. Which is for disabled people, and we meet every Sunday at Hatfield Swimming Pool. So I'm very interested in the general sport. I'm just one of the slow coaches, but I mean, we're not training for the Olympics, are we, Suzina?
I think it's absolutely marvellous. I mean, I am by natural inclination, I am a couch potato, and I've always been like that, really. But I really do admire people who want to keep fit and want to be as active as possible. I've got a friend who's 75. And she goes to the gym, she goes to keep fit, she goes swimming, she does all of these kinds of things. And it certainly keeps her young, fit and active. And do most of the people in your classes, Suzina, do they all have that kind of attitude? Yes, we want to keep going for as long as possible, we want to keep our bodies as active and mobile for as long as humanly possible, and anything that can help is a bonus.
Funnily enough, some people aren't like that initially and maybe have come along because their doctors referred them. It might be an NHS referral, or maybe their children, their grown-up children have talked them into coming along, and sometimes they come along a bit reluctantly, but once they come along and they get into the spirit of it and they realise they're not going to have to get up off the floor or do anything that they're not capable of, that it's going to be catered for their ability, their attitude starts to change. They enjoy the social side, they have a laugh with us, and then you find people start seeing the benefits and their attitude starts to change and they come along very willingly then.
We're going to hear what happens in one of your typical fitness classes. And if you're listening to the programme, if you want to get involved with this, has exercise improved the quality of your life? Is there anyone else listening to the programme who is 70 plus who does some form of exercise? If so, would you recommend it? Do you think it does? It improves the quality of your life at whatever age. 08459 455 555 is my telephone number. So my reporter Emma Smith went along to one of Suzina's classes to see her and some of her older clientele in action.
Okay, let your knees touch, let your feet touch, unwrap the bag, and we'll go on to work the front of the arm, the biceps, or our lifting muscles.
And what's your name?
Lorna.
And how long have you been coming here?
About 2 years.
And why did you decide to join the class in the first place?
Well, I felt I wasn't active enough, and with this class we use all our limbs, keeps going. Then I had a hip replacement last August. I had some difficulty getting out of a chair, but talking to our teacher, thought up one or two ideas, and that improved terrifically, yeah.
So how's your mobility now?
Oh, pretty good, really. Yeah, I can walk quite a way, yeah, and stand upright. I had terrible back pain, but that all disappeared through having the hip done and the exercise.
Hello there. I hear you've been coming for quite a while.
Ever since they started.
And what's your name?
Bridget Bevan.
And what has this class done for you?
Well, it's kept me moving, and it certainly helped with cramp. And I can do the exercises at home as well, which I do every day. It's very good, and I've seen other people improving a lot. That's the main thing. And it's social. Meet a lot of people.
I suppose you've seen quite a few different faces pass through here.
Yes, and we see the regulars, and then we see new people coming. And when you watch them, you see that they are getting better. They've got more confidence in themselves.
And that's obviously really important.
Yes, it is, yes.
How long have you been coming for?
About 2 years now. Yeah.
And what made you decide to come in the first place?
Well, because I live up the road and I'm not very mobile.
And what's this class done for your mobility?
Well, it keeps me going at least. It's definitely a great advantage, and I recommend it to anybody.
Will you keep coming now?
Yes, I will. I'm 86 and it's very good for me.
And you're going to hold it in your right hand.
What's your name?
Gillian.
And why did you decide to start coming here?
Because I've got a fused ankle and I need to do gentle exercises. And then I've had another ankle done, so these exercises are ideal. They're not too strenuous, but they're definitely muscle and just generally toning, strengthening, very good.
And how have the classes kind of benefited you and your well-being overall?
Well, it's definitely helped my breathing and helped people to walk about more easily, with these new ankles I've got. So it's very good, and it's very friendly, and it's good fun.
Rest me now. Make sure your back's nice and straight.
Her is 73. She's been going to one of Suzina's classes for about 18 months. She absolutely loves it. Although I'm just wondering whether one of the main attractions is Trevor. You were saying Trevor's the only man in your class and you spend quite a lot of the time chasing him around the room.
Well, only when I'm invited to.
He invites you to chase him?
No. Suzina that invites us.
Oh.
Yes, I think she thinks it adds a bit of spice, and it possibly does.
Does Trevor like being chased around the room?
I'm not so sure about that.
Poor
Not
Trevor.
convinced.
Poor Trevor. And has Trevor got a girlfriend or?
Actually, Trevor has, and he met her in our chair-based exercise class. So we could have the very first chair-based exercise wedding. You never know.
So keeping fit when you're 60 plus can also mean that you can find love.
Oh, you certainly could, I should think, if you're looking for it. But you definitely find friendship.
Yes.
We do find friendship. One of our ladies in her 90s, she came down really just for the company, and she ended up in hospital. And I think about...
Well, after one of the classes? Or?
Well, yes. And now, when she was down in QE2, she was visited by just about everybody in our little group.
Right.
And that was really, really nice. Yes, there's a lot of friendship.
Good. Well, that's what it's all about. Although the only problem is you girls live a bit longer than us men. So if you're lucky enough to kind of get into your 70s and 80s, a lot of men can't keep up with you. You see. So is there a big unweighted balance towards women at your classes?
Unfortunately, there are a lot more women at the class. It's great that the women come along, but it really is great for the men as well. The men get exactly the same benefits as the women, but men always seem a little more reluctant to come along, unfortunately.
Because they've heard
there are men in the classes.
Frida's going to chase them, that's what it is. Let's go to the calls. I'm asking you if exercise has improved the quality of your life. Phone lines are open, 08459 455 555. Val is in Welwyn Garden City. Good morning to you, Val.
Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning. You're through to myself, Suzina and Freda. What would you like to say?
Well, I'd just like to say how much it's benefited me by being at Suzina's class. I'm 79 and I feel fitter now than I did 4 years ago.
Really?
Absolutely, yeah. I used to be a totterer, Jonathan.
An old lady totterer?
Yeah.
Right.
But now I stride out and never totter again.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it psychological as well as physical? When you kind of are actively trying to keep your body fit at 79, do you feel that you can kind of hold your posture better and you can walk and you don't have to kind of give in to your old age aches and pains?
Oh, definitely. I feel 20 inside. but not 79 outside.
Right.
And I probably look 79 outside, but
I'm
inside
sure
I'm
you
still
don't.
20.
Are there any men in your class, Val?
Yes.
Right.
We have a couple. We have Tony, who absolutely hates Frank Sinatra records.
Right.
And we've got another gentleman, I'm not sure of his name.
Right. And you've not chased them around the room at all, right?
No, unfortunately, no.
Well, we'll send Freda round. Oh, you've got a husband at home, yes.
Yeah.
Well, he wouldn't be very happy with that, really.
Very happy with that, no. But I really enjoy it, and they're a great bunch of people, and we have such a laugh. It's really good, and I look forward to it every Monday.
It's so apt that we're talking about this today, because I joined a gym last week for the first time in a couple of years, because I'm getting a fat back, Val.
Oh, no.
You know what it's like, you get fat back. And so I've joined this gym, and I've got my first training session with a 23-year-old bloke called Jack today. And he warned me last week. He said, I should just warn you, I'm going to give you a full body workout, and you won't be able to walk or move afterwards. So I've got that to look forward to.
Oh, how wonderful.
I'm sensing, Suzina, there's not a similar kind of gruelling workout regime at your classes. People can generally walk afterwards, can they?
Hopefully. People work at their own ability. So although I have set exercises, I can give a beginner's version or a more advanced version or a completely alternative exercise while we're performing one exercise. I can give somebody something that's more suitable to them. So there's certainly no part of the class where people would have to sit out or feel that they have to keep up with anyone else. We don't do it in time to music for that reason. We have some background music, but it's not in time to music. So it encourages everyone to work at their own level and their own pace, not to overdo it.
Val, thanks ever so much for your call.
You're very welcome.
And keep it up, won't you?
Oh, I will, yeah.
Just imagine, if you feel like this, having had 4 years worth of classes, imagine what you'll be like when you're 85.
Oh, absolutely. I'm looking forward to it.
You'll be bending.
You never know.
You call.
Okay, thank you.
And you keep fit and active. Anne is in Welwyn Garden City. Good morning, Anne.
Good morning.
Hello. What would you like to say, Anne?
Well, I do one of Suzina's classes too. 3 years ago, I had an operation, and during the operation, I had a stroke, which left me unable to move at all, the right side of my body. And I was in hospital for several months with some rehab, but I left hospital in a wheelchair. And I fortunately found out about Suzina's classes and started them 2.5 years ago, where I could barely walk. And now, with all her assistance, I walk even without a stick.
Really? It's had that kind of effect?
Yes, it has. It's been absolutely fantastic.
It must have been frightening to join it in the first place if you were, in a wheelchair and physically were so held back by the problems you'd just had.
Well, no, everyone was so friendly and I could do it at my own pace, and I soon found I was improving, and I had some extra sessions with Suzina, and it was just fantastic. And I've made some good friends through the classes as well. I do several classes a week.
Well, Anne, thank you very much indeed. You are all making me feel like a big fat couch potato, so thank you very much indeed for that. You've spurred me on, and when I go to my personal training session at the gym later on, even though I shall be aching and in pain, I shall grin and bear it, because I'll think of all of you who are still battling on, even though you're in your 70s and beyond. Thank you so much for coming into the studio. Freda?
Well, if you are very stiff tonight, give me a ring and I'll come round and give you a massage.
Oh, good Lord.
There's an offer you can't refuse.
Freda. Oh, you are fun. And slightly terrifying. Suzina, is there a class, we've had a call in, is there a class in Hemel that anybody could go to?
There are classes, and in Hemel at the moment, the NHS are running some classes, so they can go to their doctor and get a referral to classes in Hemel Hempstead. The other thing they can do is contact the Heart Sports Partnership, who are running classes all across Hertfordshire for the older adult, and to improve balance and stability as well. So they can contact either the Heart Sports Partnership or go to their GP and get a referral to a class.
Keep doing what you're doing. It sounds great fun. Freda, I'll keep your number on speed dial just in case I need that massage later. And thank you very much indeed to both of you. You've been such fun. Thanks for coming into the studio.
Thank you. And pop along anytime you like.
Yeah, okay.